Okay, there we go. All right. Hello, everybody. How is everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing all right today and having a good day. Welcome to Hand-Eye Hangout. I'm Jordan Sparks, and today we are going to continue our playthrough of Orwell, Ignorance is Strength. So this is, I think, the third time we've had it on the stream, and so we have done quite a bit. We were held up quite a bit last time because there was like some weird thing that happened, but we got through it. So, Orwell, for those of you who are not initiated, essentially is like this sort of trying to be the NSA and trying to stop terror threats as well as just spy on everybody because you can. And this top secret government program based off 1984. That's why it's called Orwell. But essentially, it's like a big political commentary on like spying and the lack of privacy and things that are very relevant today. So there's a oh yeah, I forgot the game's audio down. There we go. So there is quite a bit that we've gone through. So let me just give you a short recap. So last time on Orwell Ball Z, we were spying on the People's Voice, and they were up to some stuff that was against the government. They were constantly critiquing the government, and apparently that's a no-go. So, as a NSA Orwell agent, we must go and spy on them and everyone they love. During that process, we found out that there was a soldier named Oleg McKay, and he was not on the goody two-shoes list of a guy named Raban Vart. Vart was the head of the People's Voice and was very anti-government, and he had been, he is in a wheelchair because he lost the use of his legs saving children from a bombing in a war that was partially responsibility of the government. So, or at least all of it, I don't know. Anyway, he's super anti-government, and then, Oleg McKay dies. He's assassinated by the government, and he, even though he didn't like the guy, he's like, ha, look, the government's evil. They assassinated Oleg McKay. So then, after that, and he revealed that himself, he goes even more unhinged. Raban is very unhinged, and then, as he is raging against the government and going more unhinged, we discover that there is a secret love affair between Raban's brother Ilya and Raban's wife Karen, and in this messed up steamy love triangle that they tried to keep secret, we revealed it to the world, and now Raban is super embarrassed. Yeah, that's basically all we got, and Raban is now very, very betrayed. So now we are going to be continuing that story as me, or as Jordan in Orwell. I want to see, like, because this apparently happened at the same time as the first game, so I want to see, and it did remember my save from the last game, so I'm like wondering, okay, well, it's is something going to change because it has the save data from the last game? I don't know. Have this over tea. Everyone can hear me all right? But you can hear me all right? I'm okay, and you can hear me? Everyone can hear me, right? Okay. Maybe, let me... I'm gonna up my gain. How do I sound now? Okay, I think that should be alright. Alright, so let's go and find out what happens on the next Orwell Ball Z. Okay. So this is Mr. Raban Vart. He is Mr. Aliens Man, and I am never replacing that image. And then there's his brother Ilya Vart, who is his brother, who's having an affair with his wife, Karen Levine Vart, and who used to be both of their social workers. All right, after they escaped from some neighboring country of the nation. All right, so let's see what's going on now. War is inevitable, so Raban Vart is going all into this war against the government. I've declared war. I don't want to do that because then they're just going, because my supervisor's going to be like super antsy about that. He declared war. Let's bomb him. No, let's not do that. Let's bomb him again. No. Yeah, so this is the stuff investigators of a catastrophe at the Circle Mall. That is from the first game. This is the guy from the first game who was one of the suspects. Oh, the movie of 50 Shades of the 50 Shades of Grey bootleg is now postponed indefinitely. Oh no. That's not good, or is it? I don't know. I've never seen that movie and I've never read the book. There's something here that might be useful. Apparently. Yeah, we've already seen this from the first game. So, okay, we have to see. So, people's voice, yada yada. Oh, conversation. The music's getting real sinister, which means something might happen. I know right before we ended last time, like, Raban, who had just found out his wife is cheating on him with his brother in this like weird soap opera love triangle, is like, Karen, come home. I was like, no, I nothing's gonna happen. So that's what he says, but we don't know. He's growing more unhinged, so I'm not sure I'm confident about that. Oh, 1 second. Let me just. Yeah, so that's already done. Okay. Let's go back to the game. All right. What's the worst that could happen, Elia? This is the conflict of you don't want to leave Bond, and what tells me that you do want to leave. Oh, this is the old message. Okay. So there's something elsewhere that says that she does actually want to leave Bonton. Uh-oh. With Drew Abbott writes from everybody, so he's going solo. I don't know who Daniel and Shan are. What do they do? Okay. Oh, something new. Something new somewhere. Let's see what happens this time on Orwell Ballsy. Oh, this one. Our government leader is nothing but a hypocrite. Raban, I've had enough of this one-man show you call a collective. They become a mouthpiece for an egocentric maniac who declares war against governments. I will not put any more up with this anymore. I quit. Oh, Daniel, this is what you did. This is like the opposite of like the Goldfelds guy from the last game. He's like, oh no, my movement has gone out of control. This time it's like, oh, this guy is like, no, I'm going all in. I should have known better than to know that should have known that when you signed on that you weren't built to stand this heat. Just another bag of air that chickens out whenever things start getting really interesting. Okay. You have turned into a liar and puppeteer yourself. The people's puppet. Oh, no better than Kasai or Blade. Oh, that hurts him real deep. I will not put up with this. Grow a backbone, you cowards. Don't worry. I'll take away your contribute status. I don't need you anyway. If you're not willing to go all the way with me, you are against me. You've been in my way for far too long. He's going more on his more aliens guy. Except this time he's like, government. Yeah. So they've all done something to, I guess, earn Raban's wrath now, especially Ilya. All right. And last time, when we were playing this game, there was some stupid part that was really badly designed and got me and millions of people on the internet really confused. That's what caused us to take so long, because like we finished the last one pretty quickly. And the last game, and in the last one, it ended up taking us so long to like get through just like this one part, because it was so confusing how any of something connected or that I was able to interact with something, and then it was able to move forward. But yeah, so I have to figure out what, before I put that information, I have to figure out what conflicts with it. And there's nothing else I can see to put in here that's new. So, okay, we're going to say that Raban has declared war and see what happens. Just hopefully don't order a drone strike for some odd reason. Because the nation would. War, can you believe it? Who does this prick think he is? Says Ampleford, who wonders who everybody is. Agent, this has to end today. Bart will no longer undermine peace in neither Parges or the... Oh no. This is not what I want. Oh no. This is not going where I want it to go. Don't drone strike him. Oh no. What are these additional features, Ampleford? Yeah, this is the ethical codex that Godfels was talking about last game. Uh-oh. This is not going somewhere I like. Well, a branch of the Orwell project. Okay, so they're using Git at least. The influencer. This is... Oh, this thing now. Behold, the influencer! Now we can go and post on TikTok. Not even the government has a clue this thing exists. Oh no. Uh-oh. Oh no. You don't want me in charge of that. I will spread memes all over the place. First we need a thesis. I've written a few. Okay. So we have to go through his old article. So... this, I guess? The government dragging his family into the conflict, they should have opposed him and now, you know, support the government, yay. But Ampleford lives in another reality. Oh no. We can't simply make up and randomly spread stuff. So, okay, at least this is better than like 90% of Twitter. Instead, I need you to get me powerful information that can be used to counter a banned statement. From the pairs of data chunks that create a certain context together, I can construct a narrative that can then be split in the influencer. Take note, this is how social media works. Okay, so I have to look in old stuff now. Call. Okay, what can I find in this call? You are not my wife anymore. Oh no. Let's hold on to that. Maybe I don't need to use it. That's pretty deep. That's pretty deep cut. Uh-oh. Being very careful, because if the first game has taught me anything, your manager goes off the handle and thinks everybody is, you know, worth killing because they put pineapple on pizza or something. Okay, I guess there's I'm gonna put this. Okay, I have nothing else besides this, so I guess oh no. Information can be the most devastating weapon. It is true. Now to do the honors? I don't really want to. I mean, this guy saved children. Oh no. Time to be part of the problem. Time to be an influencer, guys. Oh no. We have infected social media. Oh no. What now? Destroy the media monsters! The first information spread by your command alone. It's a beautiful thing, the destruction of truth, isn't it? We're supposed to be cheering for this, right? Right? Not so much. All right. So, yeah, let's unfortunately destroy truth. I'm gonna see on Blabber we had some good impact on his Lister account. I have no doubt Raban won't let go so easily. I wouldn't be surprised to see an appropriate response from him soon. Okay. In the dark of the endless information network they lurk, out to get any instant victim standing in their way. As from now, I shall call them media monsters, the government apparatus designed to control our minds. These awful creatures, who cannot be considered human, hey, are trying to damage my family members in order to get to me. They cannot tear us apart. Oh, they already have. All right. So, yes. Uh-oh. Let's see what else we can unfortunately find. Rehab thing. Yeah, didn't we already have this? I thought we already had this. Private PC. Uh-oh. Are we gonna see some steamy pictures? VPN access from that computer, and now we can start snooping on Ilya. We are the Snoop Dogs of the nation. Na 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 na. We found out that Karen was Mary P. Okay. Okay, this Boris Johnson, Donald Trump dude. Oh yeah, this was from the first game. This is all happening at the same time as the first game, which is kind of funny. So you see, it's like, oh, what does this all look like to somebody with no context? Uh-oh. This might be foreshadowing, I'm wondering. Okay. Ilya already has Karen on his phone. That should have been a sign. Now he's playing card games. It's time to duel for the fate of the nation. I think Ilya could beat Robert Blaine in a duel. Let's see. Yeah, this is today, so wait. Unsent draft from today. Uh-oh. Ilya's, trying to get her to come with him. Okay, let's start stooping on Karen's phone number. This game makes you feel horrible as you start progressing through it. Thanks, Uncle Simos. Who's Uncle Simos? Uh-oh. Okay, so, sorry, looks like we're gonna have to betray you, Raban. Something else in here. Was she from the first game? Cast the Watergate? Wait, so what else is here? This says something else. So the gallery we've already checked. Sky chat we've already set. Go tracking each ticket. Contacts. Is there anything else in here? It says there's something else I haven't looked at, but we'll check that later. Private, save protocol, Raban. Let me see. I would have exploded a long time ago. Makes you furious even hearing about it. Well, she might be a Karen. If the okay. You're a real hero to others and to me. Uh-oh. Is in love with Vart. Okay. And what we're we gonna find that unfortunately critiques that? Okay, so we're looking for a photo. Oh yeah, so we can find photos at the reader and in the, where is it? In Karen's album, so Bonton City Park. Oh, that's so sweet. It's so bad. I feel so horrible that I have to break these two apart. That's actually a really sweet picture. Oh no. We're gonna do a horrible, horrible thing, guys. Alright, everyone. See what else is going on. Blaine cancels meeting for surprise visit to Trifilith. Okay. Blaine and Cassart. Okay, so that's happening. Well, actually, it said that there was something on the party website, right? Oh wait, yeah, nothing's changed. This is just the same thing. All right. Raband Vart. Okay, so a case report. He's a Parisian refugee. He's been treating since 2011. He has PTSD. Traumatic events and injury that cause pain to lose the ability to walk in home country, coupled with recent immigration, are two contributing factors. Patient was initially unresponsive or inclusive, even apathetic in therapy. Occasionally, the patient would even switch to an aggressive tone when I pushed too much forward in revealing details of his experience and emotional state. This is probably due to the difficult condition of living in a refugee encampment for an extensive period of time, which is very much in conflict with patient's personality, valuing strong individuality. Yes, he definitely has that. Around summer 2012, the patient went through a sudden change. He seemed to be more outgoing, happier, and willing to talk more. That's great! Though he was still trying to keep conversation superficial. Throughout the sessions, the patient has been opening up more and more, and I feel we have been making tremendous progress. In addition, the patient also seemed to be much more appreciated by fellow camp residents. Good! As right now, I'm sure whether to attribute the change to the effects of therapy or external factors. Although the patient seemed to have made a lot of progress in the past month, I strongly recommend therapy to extend therapy and would like to keep him under close observation personally to ensure the progress achieved by patient so far continues, and to determine the exact cause by change in personality. I will therefore require extending therapy by 6 months or the rest of their lives. Because she married him, so okay. I'm not gonna report that yet. And this is, I guess, Ilya. Yeah, this is Ilya. While being very shy and willing to talk about its detailed experience for several weeks at the beginning of therapy, the patient has become more outgoing and open after several sessions. His optimism and overall social and friendly character, as well as a tendency to look on the bright side of things, has helped him a lot to get through the psychological trauma of the hardships he and his brother faced back in Parges. As the patient slowly opened up, he especially emphasized the heroic escape from his heroic escape from military service in Parges at several occasions. So what, he's a deserter or something? Okay. It says he successfully fled, but maybe there's something that says he didn't. He also seemed to become more and more interested in myself and my private life, making it difficult for me to maintain my professional distance as a therapist. I also talked to him about his brother and his increasingly reclusive behavior, urging Ilya to assist his disabled brother. My therapy is regarded as successful, and I'm happy to dismiss my patient as largely recovered from the symptoms. However, I feel it would be very important for him and his brother to leave the refugee camp as soon as possible in order to maintain their mental health. Interesting. Let's see what else we can find out before we start dragging data chunks all over the place. Trash. Beautiful Dewhurst. Interested in moving to Dewhurst. I mean, it's in the trash, so I'm not sure I'd agree with that. That seems misleading. She already says that she can't leave Monton, so I'm assuming this is the truth. So I'm gonna use this one. Uh-oh, did I just doom Karen by accident? Alright, let's see. Influencer still hasn't done stuff, so... we've already detailed that. Like, if it wasn't in the trash, I might have done it, but it's in the trash, so what's the point? Alright, so... alright. Anything else? Anything else I can spy on? I keep saying there's something here, but I'm trying to figure out what. Oh. Cassandra Watergate. She's from the first game. So he wants to get away from his brother, but doesn't feel like he can. Blue hair? Why not? You can just look like an anime character. And she does, so I guess Ilya's the one who convinced her to, you know, quit her job like she does at the beginning of the first game. If lightning strikes you, or if you get arrested for no reason. Alright. Alright, so let's see if there's anything else we can find. Alright, so... alright, let's do the stuff that I don't want to, which is put in the questionable information that might get them drone striked, the way things are going. I'll say he's optimistic. So something here is conflicting. So let's see if we can find whatever that is. Probably later on. Let's, no, that's Elia's. So this is Raban's. Sudden change into a digital champion. All right. How awfully caring of her, or maybe not. It can be useful to make Raban doubt Karen's motivation to marry him, but we need the right context first. It's not really a lot of freedom, and I seem in what it seems, and like what I can put in, and what it seems a lot more linear than the first one. Oh, new thing. What's new? Uh-oh. Arrival. This is from 2011, so this is like way before the story starts. This existed even back then? She doesn't like me one bit. She doesn't like you one bit. It's her job to be nice and she gets paid for it. So snap out of your daydreams finally. So what's the conflict? Uh-oh. There are brighter times ahead. Uh-oh. Raban is unhinged, but I'm kind of like, he went through a lot of he went through a lot of crap. Oh no, I do not want to. I don't want to do that. Okay, let's do this one. It's hard to feel bad for Raban or like think he's a villain really, because he got screwed over like really bad. Like a lot. Can I not use this one? The media monsters have no chance against us. We will always fight back. I will not let them destroy my family. My dear wife is and will always be by my side. In the dark caves of the endless information network, they lurk, out to get any innocent victim standing in their way. As from now, I shall call them media monsters. The government apparatus designed to control our minds. These awful creatures, who cannot be considered human, are trying to damage my family members in order to get to me. They claim I'm a tyrant to my family. Though this affair did shake me through this horror, which made the media monsters very happy. My wife and I are still on good terms, so is he confirming or denying it? We will continue to stand by each other as we always have, no matter how difficult the situation, and the same accounts for my brother. They cannot tear us apart. My family members remain loyal to me as they always have been. I like this image he has here though. It's really cool. Okay. What else is new? No pending article draft, yeah, okay. Like, Raban is a victim as much as anybody, because he got like, you know, bombed and lost use of his leg, so he's kinda, I can understand why he's angry. I don't really want to use this, but I don't seem to have any other choice here. Or can, actually, wait a second. Let's do one last check to make sure, like, I don't need to do this. So it just seems really mean-spirited. All right, I don't seem to have any other options here, so I guess I gotta do this. Uh-oh. Things shall be influenced as I sip my tea. And that's the end of my tea. As everybody gets the tea. Uh-oh. Oh, no. No, I'm not happy with it, Ampleford. It seems like a terrible idea. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. And now her family's getting in on it. The big conspiracy. Blaine and Cassandra conspire against us. When he puts it in capitals, it keeps making me think it means like U.S. Can we not play his game, Ampleford, please? Oh, no. Well, chat, I hope you're learning about how conspiracy theories start. And how people manipulate social media. Broke contact with mother, but uh-oh. Wasn't a fan of the marriage. Let me just take all the information in before I start adding it all over the place. Anything new? No. Oh, wait, this one. Yvonne getting really, really hurt by that. Oh, this is the uprising they're talking about. Oh, no. Yeah, what is wrong with you? That's kind of... Alright, let's see what else we can find. Anything else? Yeah, they have to figure out what's the conflict with this at some point. Alright. Alright, so I don't really have much other choice, it seems, so I guess we're gonna snoop on, Karen's parents. See how she became a Karen. Elizabeth Levine, who is that? Because she mentioned that before, and I don't remember that being mentioned or her name being mentioned everywhere. Who is Elizabeth Levine? Uh-oh. More stuff. Oh. Wait, oh, she's a politician. Okay, so she's running for mayor. Let's see what we can find out about her. Okay, so she's endorsed by the people in power. So that must be why she's against. We'll never stop standing up for our values. What values are those? Well, that's always the thing you want to question a politician for. She lost her bid for mayor. Oh, this is from 4 years ago. She's running for mayor of Halebury. Miss Levine, you announced your independent candidacy for mayor Halebury a few weeks ago. What prompted you to run for office? It is my heartfelt wish to make Halebury a great place again. For a second, I thought it was going to make Halebury great again. I'm like, oh. I mean, it's close enough, but... I mean, not horrible, but... It's so happy here. Yes. What are you going to improve? Oh no. She does not like immigrants. Oh no. Is she trying to be Donella Trump? It's obvious that your campaign is primarily based on a hard line against immigrants. In that light, don't you think it's a bit peculiar that your own daughter is working as a professional counselor for those refugees you are trying to send back? My daughter is a kind-hearted person who assists in all kinds of people with all kinds of psychological problems from all over the world. Yes, there are many refugees among them because my daughter doesn't discriminate. In any case, you rest assured my daughter Karen stands firmly behind me. Uh-oh. As does her whole family. Uh-oh. Talked about her marriage. This impertinent person invited soldiers to a school. Yes, because he needed defense against the war that was going on around him. Okay. I am not going to, let's see. Let's get that conflict out of the way. Oh, this new thing in the listener. With a mother like Elizabeth Levine, I cannot even imagine why they broke all contact. Okay, Hugh, we don't get to do that. Use more things against more people. Oh, that's me. That's from the first game. The investigator you're paired with got the Bonton bombings perpetrator. I'm impressed. Yay. That's me. Oh, wait, this. Oh, this. Not yay. Not yay. We got her killed. That's a not yay here. I wonder if there is a way to make her not get killed. David Johns. Rebel on the continent knows you've getting a lot of fire from all sides recently. Even some of your trusted followers are turning back on you, but not me. You've been in Dark Time before, but as you have trusted me with. Remember how you told me that Ilya got your parents, Anastasia and Miovan, in deep trouble when you saw no way out? And here you stand nonetheless because you have pulled through. I'll see what I can cover to age. Interesting. Don't really want to report on this, but let's see what we can figure out, because I want to know. What does that mean? What kind of trouble indeed? The Save Parges Initiative. We are the Parisian people, the Cassart regime, never interested in protecting the freedom of the people. They are against President Puppet. Alright. These are old. So... Oh! Since the government is trying to silence supporters and try and draw a connection between us, only members. Anastasia Vart, if you... Is there something here that might, Simos? Oh crap, it was right. Oh, this might be the thing. Okay, so you did get drafted. So he got drafted. So Oleg Bakay is coming back. See what I can do. Try not to worry. I'm going to talk to Oleg and get you exempted from service. You might cost me a few favors and then take some time, but I will get you out. Okay. So see, he's a good brother. He got his, he saved his brother from the war. See, this is why I feel really bad. This is why I feel really bad reporting on all this stuff. Hey, Mark. Yeah, you're watching me watch them. Yep. So there might be, we might have to go back to Oleg Bakay and see what happened, because he's been irrelevant since he died, in like 2 chapters ago. Okay. Captain Ilya Jadenway. Mom and Dad are gone. They took them. Oh, crap. Oh, no. Oh, no. So Raban did something. It seems like he did something that got his parents in trouble to get Ilya out of service. Uh-oh. You two were revolutionaries. Okay. Wait, what? And it's not the right profile? I'll put it on Ilya, maybe? Okay, yeah. Okay. Not... well, it's not safer because I'm seeing this right now. called in the chatter rooms. It's called a chat room, Mom. Get it right. Yeah, pick a secure password and not like your uncle's very short name. By the way, Uncle Seamus wanted to invite Oleg Bakay. Just because his family lives next door doesn't mean we have to show hospitality to Kassar's followers. Too much of a risk. He's the world's simply not black and white, says Raban. Uh-oh. Stuff is happening. So his family lives right with next door neighbors with Oleg. Okay, so we have stuff about Ilya. So he was attempt to flee from service and he was punished. So he failed. And a heroic escape. Interesting. So he's propping himself up. My heroic escape, which failed, and then I got discharged. Okay, so I mean, did it work? He got discharged. He got discharged, so I mean, technically his plan works. I guess. I care, Ampliford. Okay, so I can't do it yet. Okay, what else can we find? Exclusive interview. One related document found. I mean, not really. I mean, the way it's been described so far, he used the soldiers because things were getting real hot around the country, and they're like, uh-oh, we need something to defend all these children if the war comes to us. Oh no. One related document found. What is this related document? News. What else? What is this? So what else is here? Wait, Elizabeth Devine endorsed. Okay, so we're endorsed by the Secretary of Security. The party supports her. Interesting. I mean, it makes sense. It's like she's a psychologist or a counselor, and she's doing refugee stuff. So I mean, it makes sense. I guess I just put everything so I can have a choice to see what this influencer actually says. And I don't right now. Our culture must be preserved. Oh no, that always leads to a great. Oh no. Oh no. This Elizabeth Ravine is not a good person. Oh god, traditional family unit. Oh no. Oh no. This entire section is a red flag right here. Oh no. Yeah, you're right, Mark. The usual horrible stuff. Live, laugh, love mode activated. That's that. Yeah, yeah. That's basically it. That's funny though. Okay. Meet Elizabeth. Family is foundation for everything, as long as it's her family and everything she agrees with. Her son, Maxwell Levine, who was a well-known lawyer. Interesting. Let's see. Let's go ahead and put that in there. Wait, what? Oh wait, this is Karen's son. Oh wait, no. No, that's still Elizabeth's son, so why is it? Okay, so that's her brother. So brother named Maxwell Levine. Hey Speed, welcome to the chat. Yeah, Elizabeth's webpage is Live, Laugh, Love, but with right-wing dog whistles. You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right there. It totally is. Okay. See what else we can find out about people and spy on their privacy. The Parisian army will take Prava Secondary. Okay. This is when he was a school principal, back when he could still walk. It has been done. Like the conflict brewing of the FTP has managed to make a deal with Oleg Mackay, whose unit from the Parisian army will defend our school, which, honestly, in the context of what's been going on in the history of this plot, makes absolute sense. At least to me. It's like, oh, there's a war coming and it's tearing up the country, and we don't know if the school's gonna be like hit by a military, like a paramilitary attack. Well, yeah, you get some defense because you are dealing with children at a school. I mean, they built a bunker just to protect if they get bombed, which is how Raban lost his legs in the first place. So I think he was right here. I can't blame him for that at all. They were in some really bad times of like some sort of civil conflict. Yo, this sounds actually extremely smart in the context of what's going on. At least to me. Maybe people have different opinions, but you know, in a situation like that, like, I can understand why he would do that. Uh-oh. I have a few options now. Like, Raban was in a very difficult situation. He was like, he's a principal of a school. He's like, okay, there's like a potential war brewing around the country. I kind of need to protect this school. So we built a bunker in the library for the kids to get saved by, and he did. He saved the kids. And then but even before that, he's like, okay, I need like soldiers to protect the school because I don't know what's going to happen. The big conspiracy. Blaine can start just, you know, calmly making out. The rumor that I went my wife only at refugees to camp are both insulting and untrue. They are meant to draw your attention away from something more important than my personal life. The important question to be, why is the focus of attention not on one of the most pressing and obvious issues? Is it not curious that during a national crisis like this, while Bond is being threatened by terrorists, the Prime Minister is leaving the country? It is not weird that he's meeting with Cassart, who is throwing him a military parade party under the guise of a negotiation meeting. The answer is, this is bullshit. The negotiation is not what the national government wants. They want power. Blade and Cassart want to control our minds by secretly conspiring against the people of Parges. Since this is what that meeting really shows that you should really be worried about. I thereby call a protest in front of the presidential palace in Trifilith. Let's show these traitors to the people what we think of them. All right. Raban is back on his stuff. He's more energized than ever. Okay, anything else we can find? Oh, report on Nina. This is new. Report on Nina has been involved in a criminal case. However, she's been shot on the run, is now being investigated thoroughly. As soon as this provided a report by the therapeutic counselor, we thereby ask you hand in your report, Ms. Machinova, by the end of the day. Please be informed that this report is highly important for the case and will be used in court. The rehab counselor obliged to inform you that all your statements have to be accurate as possible. You're obliged to answer all questions that you may be answering in court truthfully. Okay, so now she's on the hook for us accidentally getting Nita killed in the last game. Oh, so this, yeah, this is old. Uh-oh. E-ticket wallet, one way to Bonton. Or to, one train to wherever he's going. Or to Dewhurst, from Bonton to Dewhurst. Or today. Okay. What else can we find? Because there's something else here, right? No, that's it. All right, so we got to influence. We got to not make friends and influence people. So let's see. Do we report how Bart got his parents screwed over, or do we report on how the principal, how Raban did it? Interesting. This is gonna be interesting. Who do we screw over? Do we screw over Ilya, or do we mess up Bart? I feel bad about messing up either of them because they are both victims of war. Let's see what we can do. I think... Yeah, in a real world, lousy deal is a weaker hashtag. I mean, it sounds like, you know, the whole Trump art of the deal thing where everybody just sort of makes fun of him and saying it's a terrible deal. Here's the thing. I feel like this is supposed to make Raban, like, look bad, and it kinda doesn't. Not really. Looks like, okay, he sheltered some people, he tried to save his brother, and then, you know, I'm gonna go with this one, even though it feels like it's gonna be like a huge thing, but I honestly, it's like, I understand the circumstances he was in, it makes sense. Let's go with it. Sorry, Raban. All right, so everybody's gonna get the tea. This is how conspiracy theories start. Yeah, decrease the impact. Okay, yeah, so everybody's like, yeah, this isn't as bad. He appreciates your loyalty, but he'll not let you insult his brother. Draft it. The national government kills. You know, it's just a real example of how media narrative and distractions can make all these types of things on the media and social media like really confusing and really both impactful and scary effective. Yeah, this sort of thing does happen. The government ordered the shelling, which is somebody ordered the shelling. He didn't. Our own army attacking. We're the peacekeepers. Sure, Ampleford. Yeah, I've heard that a lot. I've heard that before. If you believe that, I have a bridge to sell you. Okay. We will destroy Ravenvar. You will. I don't want to. I really don't. This guy was a victim. He's kind of an unhinged sociopath now, but still. That's kind of a result of all that stuff. I have a soft spot for the school principal who saved some children. David Johns, you should probably marry Raban. He's single. You're more than a fan, you're a true friend. Aww. It's over. If this has to end, I want... Oh no, this does not look real good. Raban, don't do anything in rash. One related document. Quo tracking. Current whereabouts. So he's in one of these two places. An unsung hero you need to know about. What were you thinking? Oh, this is the article where he's like, oh, my brother does. I didn't know my brother doesn't know I'm posting this, but he's a hero. This article. Raban is a sad joke, bereft of moral standards. Who's one to look who's talking, Appleford. And he is going down. I don't want fans. Just want to move on. Uh-oh. Raban was not happy about that. Uh-oh. This is kind of... So what exactly is he lying about? Interesting. It's just a picture. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to follow that line of questioning because there's nothing else here. Oh, wrong profile, so I have to put it on Elias. Yeah, what's the lie about? The listener. Uh-oh. Ramon, it's a lie. It's all a lie. I'm not your friend. I've never had been. I can't fully explain. I've only been here recently. I've been informed that you're about to claim the nation bombed your school. You have no idea how right you are. I realized it's maybe my last chance getting out of this mess, so I got... What? So you're not your friend. I've never been. Interesting. I'm confused. Operation Cavalry. This document describes an incident in which the National Army bombarded a Parisian school. The Army of the Nation had been well aware of the fact that there are many students and teachers in the building at this time. The school had been used as a bomb shelter for many weeks. On December 6, 2010, national troops started shelling the school, leaving it completely destroyed. Afterwards, the ruins were searched by military with the help of civilians looking for their children. Soldiers Oleg Mackay and Alexander Petrovic were the only survivors on the side of the Parisian army and were secured from the shelter. There was only one known civilian survivor whom the Parisian soldiers managed to save, but he was severely injured. The school's principal had been wounded and retrieved from the ruins. Rabanha was met with extreme aversion and had to be protected when encountered by civilians. And to be protected from them by the army. The report reveals the order to open fire had been given by a supreme command within the government of the nation, who stated that the school was preoccupied by the terrorist group, the Forces of True. Huh? This turned out to be untrue, since the only soldiers at site. The shelling was a serious violation of international law and human rights by the... Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you say, Yep, Amplifor does seem to be prone to taking things purposely, which is definitely not good for shadowy people in power. Definitely not... Well, it's definitely true. And it's definitely not the power you want to give somebody like that. And that's, I guess, the lesson of this game, of just like, yeah, people in power do that. We see that all the time with just how things are, even like the whole NSA thing, and even more with how spying on the internet works. But it's, if the first game was also, instead of Amplifor, you had like Siamese, who was like, literally like, oh, this guy has healthcare? What could he need it for? That's suspicious. Like, is healthcare now suspicious? like, Siamese was like super suspicious of everything. Amplifor just seems like super vindictive of everyone. Okay. It's all connected, man. Yeah, you're right. All right. So, so wait, it's a bit unclear if the children survived now, based on how that's written, but I assume they were. So, yeah, that's what I was asking. The only civilian thought he rescued the students. I mean, if it's right, the nation did bomb the students. So let's go back to Oleg Bakay. He had to be protected by an angry mob. Is that because he failed to protect the children? Yeah, basically you're right, Spec. It's like, yeah, we're here to protect the nation, and it's like, crush him now. We must, Amplifer is just now, it's just like, we must feast on his flesh, and we must kill him while he's still alive, and then kill him again. Yes, it is true. I invited soldiers of the Parisian army to a school in Prava. The fact is taken entirely out of context. The only reason I hired the Parisian army was to protect the school, which is fair and makes sense. If you don't believe the school was not bombed by troops of Parisian army, no, the national government ordered the shelling of Prava Secondary and blamed the soldiers because they wanted to prove that the media was indeed in part to protect the Parisian people. Simply destroy everything I love in my hometown. This is what the government does to the innocent, to the weak. This is why I shall now call them the hashtag national murderers. Okay. Thread. Uh-oh. So his daughter died, or his child died. Yeah. So that he didn't save the children. Oh. So let's see. Uh-oh. Not a single child did survive. Okay, so we have a change in this narrative. Oh no! Oleg Bakay's daughter died on that day too. Radka. Interesting. All of his kids, all of those kids died. Interesting. Okay, wait, before I put that in. Oh, so they mobbed him because he How is he the child murderer? He didn't bomb them. I mean, I understand people getting emotional here, though. Thank you for nothing, citizens of Prava. Oh no. That is why he was so pissed off at Ilya, because he's like, dude, I couldn't save my kids. Why are you lying about that? Like... Amp report, calm down. Calm down, jeez. No, something's happening on Karen's PC. Yeah, all this happened like many years ago, because we come in now, yeah, just like you said, like we come in now, which happens like several years after. In this point, like the war has happened. There's all sorts of baggage between both nations, and this guy Reban Vart, he's like the head of like this sort of counterculture, anti-government blog that has a lot of traction. and he lost the use of his legs in the bombing incident that they're talking about. And there was an article said that he had saved all the children by putting them in a bunker that they built in the library. We're finding out now that apparently he somehow didn't save the children. Nina. Okay, this is a thing from Nina. So this is for the girl from the last game who we accidentally got killed. So she has PTSD. She was tackling money problems and pulled pressure on her on a single mother. Because her husband died in the army. We learned that in the last game. There's like some bunch of these really weird hints and small, very small connections to the first game that we're just finding around. Seemed unusually. So aware that something was up, but didn't report on it. No, that's not what she's saying at all. Just because he's abnormally acting doesn't mean that she's suddenly a terrorist. Jeez, no, I do not want to do that one at all. Okay, wait, so that thing's already on here, Operation Cavalry, so we can't actually upload it. Anything else that we can find? No pending article draft, okay. Okay. Oh, David Johnson's now a target person. All right. What can we find out about Mr. Jones? Something new. Socialite, X2 Think. David Johns. Uh-oh. So he is part, I'm guessing, an internal agent at Orwell? Maybe? He's a free thinker, philosopher, and coffee drinker. Free thinker, coffee drinker. Okay. So it's a fake image, maybe? Okay, so we don't really, I don't think we have anything else to push. I think we've gotten everything. Yeah, I think we got everything. Okay, so influencer. So do we talk about how Raban is not a hero and he only and he didn't save his students, or do we talk about how his wife counseled the bombing's perpetrator potentially? What type of narrative do we go with? Like it's like it's weird because like this one, it's like I want to find out more about this, but also like Raban Vari, he's like a sociopath now, but he got screwed over by the war. And then the wife is just like, oh, she just happened to be vaguely associated with this person. Lousy hero, hashtag lousy hero, hashtag lousy wife, / tag the office can't meme. I mean, you're all right. You're all right about that. The nation is very terrible at memeing, as we can see from here. No wonder this doesn't stick. The thing is, though, the nation has actually bombed it, so I'm just like, feels disingenuous, and I know that's kind of the point. But I don't know. I think. I want to see what happens if Bart isn't completely thrown too much off the deep end. We have a much more solid line for the first one. You're right, Mark. I'm not sure we have for the second. Like the second one kind of feels like unrelated. It's just like, huh. It feels like okay, the person who the media says is crazy was seeing a therapist. That's kind of it. Whereas like the first one is just like, I mean, it's partially true, but it distracts from the fact that we have the nation bomb Strava Secondary, which we have actual evidence for. Traitor wife and no Parisian hero. All right, so I think I'm interested in seeing what happens with the first one, as horrible as it is. I think maybe go with this one. Sorry, Raban. 1, 2, 3, yoink. And then we're going to spread it like the horrible people we are. Uh-oh. So it begins. I'm looking at Blabber right now. This ignorant, miserable bunch. Too many people standing by the people's voice. We have failed. This is it. We failed. Played Central. Our efforts are for naught. The riots for the rage go unchecked. All we can hope for is... Uh-oh. Raban's starting an announcement. This is the end. This is the end, Agent. Let me just see what they say here before I go see this. Don't you get it? Oh, they aren't falling for it. I'm guessing this is like the end of the chapter. And oh no! This is my last announcement. Uh-oh. Shall we play it? Here we go.
My dear followers, those of you who still remain, the story that has finally been spread by the despicable government mouthpiece. It is true. All of it. I never saved those children. Because I was too afraid. Because I ran for my life, eager of saving it before theirs. Here I now am. Alive. And they aren't. I had so long forgotten about it, and now it's shaking me to my core. I believed that if I only tried hard enough, I could change things. That I could make things better for my people at home in Barges. I believed I could fight against the corrupt, evil, rotten politicians longing for power at the people's expense. I believed I could free my home country from these parasites and go back home. If only I twisted words long enough. We all need a reliable base on which our world is based. Our truth. This was mine. But now I realize that I've been living a lie. Not only a lie that made you believe in me, but a lie that allowed me to forget who I actually was. A far too comfortable lie. Only one thing is worse. Knowing that even as I speak, you all continue. Carry on, fight on with all your fury, perpetuating that very lie endlessly. Creating new truths based on fake claims put out there ages ago. What will become of this world when everybody has their own truth? What will be real? Dependable? Everything will be nothing. Truth is dead. And I killed it that very day I was too afraid to speak up and correct a mistake. But no longer. This story has to end on my terms. There's hardly anything more concrete than a bullet.
No.
It creates a tangible, uncomfortable fact. The very thing needed for a resurrection of truth.
Oh, crap. And I feel horrible. Wow, and that's the end of Orwell 2. Wow, it's once we got rid of that weird section that stumped us in the last time we broadcast this, this actually turned out to be pretty linear and pretty easy. But wow, very impactful. I mean, I love this series for what it talks about in terms of government surveillance and political control, and both games were like the manipulation of media and truth, and I really love that about this game. But that's a really poignant ending for this one. I feel the first game was a lot better story and pacing wise, but I feel like this had a much more impactful ending than the last one. The last one was a bit too happy, although this one ends pretty suddenly. So Matt Calrick voiced Rabanvor. I thought it was like the guy who did the voice of Ezio, but he probably like way too high budget for this. Ambleford had a voice? When? Oh yeah, like that one time. Yeah, this was quite an experience. I liked it. It does speak a lot to the sort of stuff around truth and fake news and stuff like that, which is what I like about it. But I feel real bad for Raban. I mean, even if he lied about the children, he got screwed over. The nation bombed him. And technically, he didn't lie. It was his brother. And that's why he was so pissed about it. Any resemblance to actual persons living or dead to actual events is purely coincidental or researched. or researched and made a based fiction based on it. Yeah, I'm making a game sort of like this, so really I really enjoyed this, and I really enjoyed playing this thing with you guys and having you guys watch me uh become the a spy on everybody. So is this our post game? Oh wait, no, there isn't a. Is there a post game? I'm gonna just check here. Like if I go and log in, because there was like a post thing in the last one. So if I log in, what happens? Do I go right back to the last thing? Thank you for ensuring the safety of the nation's people. Was that there before? I'm wondering if there's like a post game to this, because there sort of was in the last one. I'm interested in seeing if they're gonna do an Orwell 3, because I would be totally interested in doing that on stream. This came out like 2 years ago, so maybe they're cooking on a third entry. Unknown person here? That's like the Maxwell or something, right? So that was irrelevant then. Actually, no, I think this is the final choice. We've already done it because I can't, these are all selected. So wait, what can I actually do here? I can continue to snoop the dog. All right, let's see if I can go here. I'll put Ilya's location, because that got completely like ignored. I wonder what the alternate ending of this would have been. If I knew that was going to be the final choice, I would have saved right before. New objective, find out who David Johns really is. Yeah, that got completely ignored. Did I like end the game early? So who is this David Johns person? And yeah, okay, now I'm actually getting kind of semi-annoyed, just because like I just realized there's a whole lot of loose ends here that are just not like what, do I have to go through the whole game again? 'Cause I'm not. At least not on stream. Yeah, it seems like there's a whole lot of loose ends here, and I feel like maybe I ended the game early through that, because we still didn't dig into like Karen's brother, who is a lawyer of some sort. You think that might be relevant? Like then there's this guy who threatens to make other people disappear. Like he's really mysterious, and like right as we were gonna get to him, it's like, oh no, we're ending the game. I mean, that ending was really powerful, but I feel like there's a lot of loose ends here, and I'm wondering what the story is for that. And it doesn't really seem to be any way I can figure that out. I should have used this. Oh no. I can't. Well, actually, I wonder. Is there a load function? No, there is not. A quote of the day: "If the facts don't fit the theory, change the fact." Albert Einstein misattributed. I wonder. I'm just going like. Does anybody know if it's like, if there is a extra section? I would be interested in seeing if we can figure out if if there's like a post game for this before we sign off. One sec. The sound might go off because I'm just clicking off of that and going to like a web browser quickly. Let's start and see if there is a post game. Orwell, ignorance, strength, post game. Let's see, like, can we, like, what, like, can we get something at the end? Actually, you know what? Instead, do we want to spoil on endings? Actually, no. I maybe not. Just because I would like people to try this themselves. And also I'm looking at these things, and it's like the endings are like all like an hour long. Because I'm guessing it's going all up to like the lead up to it too. Feel bad that we made Raban uh uh kill himself. Let's see. Okay, so it seems like there's nothing here to, like, I have to play the whole game again and do certain things in order to do other things, and it seems like there's multiple endings. So there are endings where Raban doesn't kill himself, which I am interested in pursuing, but not on stream, just because this game already took like 3 sessions to go through, and also I can't remember what was that weird badly designed section that was really unclear. I can't remember what we did in order to fix that, so I would rather not have to do that again. Maybe I'll do this on my own time again and sort of figure out all the other endings. But this was a great experience, and I finally got to play these games after I've been wanting to play them for a long time, and I'm really happy I was able to go through. Excuse me. I was able to go through all of this with you guys. I'm just reading the chat. Yeah, the gap between truth and justice. And yeah, his final message was really strange, that he somehow buried a thought about the kids, and that, I mean, considering that he has a whole lot of trauma on his own, it's like maybe it's possible, and he was already like really antisocial. We didn't actually figure out like what was the thing that made him change his personality. That was the one thing that was also like, there's a whole lot of question marks here. And I feel like maybe it's to drive you to go through multiple endings, but there's just so many loose ends here, and I don't really see a clear way to get those extra endings, because like, unlike the first game, this was a lot more linear than the last one, because we like, it really forced you to like, oh, there's not really much you can pick from. You must put this thing in here in order to advance the story. So I'm wondering like how exactly you're supposed to get those multiple endings and uncover those things. But that's a story for another day, and also a story for you, because you could go and try this game yourself, or the entire Orwell series. Orwell's really good. I really recommend it, especially for people who like their sort of political intrigue in their games. It's a really interesting perspective to have you in this perspective of this, you know, government agent who can spy on everybody through this browser interface. I think that's really fascinating. But yeah, I like that. I think that ending was really impactful, as sad as it was. But it's also just a lot of loose ends now. There's no way I can find out who David Johns really is, I don't believe. Unless, like, actually, there's one last thing. Let me try one thing and see what I can figure out. Upload rejected. What if I go to Vart, who is unfortunately now deceased? Upload rejected. Forces of True Parges. Yeah, there's nothing here. Yeah, there's nothing here, really. Yeah, so I think that is going to be the rest of us have to go through another playthrough, but thanks everybody for joining me in this Orwellian journey into these games. I'm really happy I was able to get through them and share them with you, and yeah, if anybody is interested in trying to get multiple endings and stuff like that, well, you can go check it out yourself. But yeah, this has been great and very much games that are in my ballpark. I really like these types of games. Anyway, that is the end of today's Hand-Eye Hangout. Sorry, Vart, we got you killed, but at least we have your eternal aliens or government picture here. We made sure that survived intact. We never changed that image, and that has stayed there. So that's one victory, I guess. But yeah, I really want to know like what the endings are like when he lives, because yeah. Anyway, thanks everybody for being here. I will see you next time on the next Hand-Eye Hangout. Also, before we go, don't forget that Hand-Eye Society is still doing a whole bunch of stuff. We have a bunch of stuff that is getting announced soon. And additionally, we also are running workshops. So don't forget that. If you go over to our website, you'll find more information about that. But you can also find out more about those workshops at I'm gonna get the link for y'all, which is our Teachable, which is a external website that manages all of our workshops. So if you go here to this website, add the HTTP. Yeah, if you go to that website, you'll get to see our current offerings. Right now, we have a workshop happening tomorrow, taught by a colleague of mine, where we're going to teach people the basic ins and outs of making games in Unity, and that should be a good time. We also have a few more workshops coming up. We have a rerun of our grant writing, live streaming, and Scratch workshops. Scratch workshop, especially good for kids. You can learn how to live stream just like me right now. We as well through the live streaming workshop, and we also have grant funding for grant writing for artists, which is really great. So if you really want to write a grant and you're an artist or a creative or somebody who wants to get grant funding, then you can definitely get some help and learn the ins and outs of the grant industries and how you can start writing successful applications. And then we also have a few other workshops. We have a Blender workshop coming up in mid-August, and in early August we have what we call the Item Box series, which is going to be a sort of rotating series of workshops that are different from our usual types of workshops and teach very sort of uncommon but still super useful skills for people to learn and make their work process more efficient, or learn some cool new skills for something else. This time we for our first Item Box workshop, we have the how to automate anything in AutoHotkey, where we have a colleague who is coming in and talking about how you can use this program called AutoHotkey in order to make your work process more efficient. You can essentially automate everything through just mouse clicks or key presses and have the computer do all the work rather than you doing like 5 separate things in order to do something simple. It's really cool and really fascinating, and I'm really stoked to see how people use that. It's going to be a really exciting workshop, so I highly recommend you go check that out. We're trying to do workshops 1 a week every week this summer, at least until the end of August, and then we're going to do also more workshops even after that. So I would highly recommend you go check out that Teachable, because we have plenty of workshops. We love to help the community and help them learn new skills and starts advancing their game design and game development journey. So please do go and check that out. Anyway, thanks everybody for coming. Thanks for joining me on Orwell and this great experience. And I hope everybody stays safe and is having a good day and a good summer. So take care, everybody, and I will see y'all next time.